रुचि भी दो प्रकार बताया, वस्तु वैशिष्ट अपेक्षिनी, वस्तु वैशिष्ट अनपेक्षिनी। ये वस्तु किसी विषय को सुंदर लगने के लिए उनके साथ जो ऐड की जोग किया जाता है उसको बताया वस्तु वैशिष्ट अपेक्षिनी। जैसे ठाकुर जी को बेश की पिंथी कपड़ा हो, अच्छी तरह से श्रृंगार हो, वही ठाकुर कितने सुंदर हैं। साधारण बेश पर ये क्या ठाकुर है, कभी तो ऐसे दिखाई ही नहीं। इसलिए ठाकुर के प्रति उनकी इतना निष्ठा नहीं है, रुचि नहीं है। यहाँ पर उनके सज धज अलंकार में, और जब कोई हो जैसी वो ठाकुर कितनी सुंदर, देखो तो बंसी बजाते हुए, वो वस्तु वैशिष्ट अनपेक्षिनी। वस्तु के किसी विषय का उनके सौंदर्य के लिए, उनकी महिमा के लिए अपेक्षा नहीं रहता है, तो उनको पता है वस्तु वैशिष्ट अनपेक्षिनी। जैसे गुरुदेव उदाहरण दे, कृष्ण धूल में लोटपोट कर रहे हैं, वो भी बहुत सुंदर है, और नाच रहे भी सुंदर है, रोना भी उनका सुंदर है, सब कुछ उनका सुंदर है। उनको सौंदर्य को बढ़ाने के लिए बाहर से किसी वस्तु को उनके अंग में देने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ता है। तो अलंकार, उसमें अलंकार का स्वभाव बढ़ता है, कृष्ण की नहीं, अलंकार का स्वभाव बढ़ता है। ऐसे ही जब भगवान के भजन में रुचि होता है, तब जब वस्तु के वैशिष्ट के ऊपर, ये वस्तु होने पर ये होगा, ये पर ये होगा, तब क्या है, तो ये वस्तु वैशिष्ट अपेक्षिनी। हाँ, अपेक्षा रहता है, ये देने पर अच्छा होगा, ये पर अच्छा होगा, ये वस्तु वैशिष्ट का अपेक्षा रहता है। ये कोई अपेक्षा नहीं होता, वो अनपेक्षिनी। ये सब काल आलोचना किया, काल परसों। अब आते हैं जात रुचि भक्ति का लक्षण। कल बताया कृष्ण की नामामृत को त्याग कर एक भक्त दूसरे भक्त से करे, हे सखा, तुम कृष्ण नामामृत को त्याग करके तुम किस लिए दुष्परिग्रह, जिसको बहुत मुश्किल से मिलता है, ऐसे जोगक्षेम रूपी विषय वार्ता में निमग्न क्यों हो रहे हो? जो क्या है, जो नहीं है उसको मिलाना, जो है उसका रक्षण करना। इस विषय में कल मैं दो उदाहरण दिया था। एक है जोग उदाहरण दिया था माधवेंद्र पुरी पाद का, उनके पास भोजन नहीं था, कृष्ण स्वयं दे गए। कृष्ण बताया अनन्य चिंतन।
Prabhu somehow doesn't respond.
I am also sent message to him many times before. So he is not.
Other things he told he will be maybe busy.
ऐसे भक्त का जोग
मैं वासुदेव maybe can translate this one.
जो है नहीं उसको मैं खुद के लगता हूँ। इसमें उदाहरण दिया, माधवेंद्रपुरी के पास भोजन नहीं था, किसी को मांगते नहीं, कृष्ण खुद ढो करके दूध देके गए, और अर्जुन मिश्र के लिए पूरा घर की जो सामग्री जरूरत सब दे ले आए। और राधा जी दिखाया कृष्ण, तुमसे मैं कम नहीं हूँ, तुम ढो के देते हो। कोई बना के खिलाया, कभी रसोई बनाना आता है? राधा जी खुद ढो के ले आई, फिर बना के दे दिया। किस में? हाँ, वो भक्त को रक्षा करना। और दिया था इसका क्षेम का उदाहरण दिया तुलसीदास का। तुलसीदास के घर को लूटने के लिए कई बार डाकू आए, जब भी आता देखता दो सैनिक इधर उधर टहल रहे हैं। वो कौन? भगवान राम लक्ष्मण दोनों सैनिक बन के पहरा देते। और गुरुदेव का उदाहरण दिया था, गुरुदेव अपने नौकरी में जाना भूल गए, हरिनाम करते रह गए, भगवान स्वयं गुरुदेव का रूप बना करके पुलिस नौकरी की, उनका सिग्नेचर सब किया। और ये सैम याद दिलाया
Am I audible to all of you?
विष्णुपुर पश्चिम बंगाल में
Yes, yes.
सुंदर मदन मोहन
Yeah, I'm
विग्रह
really
है।
sorry. I was away. Let me just
जैसे हमारे सब जगह
follow.
मंदिर में सीमेंट या पत्थर का बना हुआ होता है, उधर टेरा कोटा यानी मिट्टी का बना हुआ है। जैसे
There's
हड़ी
a
बनती
beautiful
है
Mother
मिट्टी
Mohan
का घड़ा,
deity,
ऐसे मिट्टी को
just
जला
like we have all the temples.
के उसमें उधर
Generally,
एक समय की बात है,
the
महाराष्ट्र
deity is made of.
विश्व है।
It's like you have pot which is made of earth. A very beautiful deity. Generally, deities are made of cement and other,
सो रहे थे।
other things.
वर्गी, हाँ,
So there was a dacoit in Maharashtra.
शैतानी
He
करने के
came at that particular temple. I'm not sure which one, but I'll confirm it.
एक
Vargi.
दोस्त था उनका नाम वर्गी।
Maharaj is from Maharashtra, but then he does not know.
सुनो सुनो, अब रात में वो तहलका मचाना शुरू कर दिया। कोई जगह हुई
He was a
हो
dasyu. He was a
प्रतिरोध कर सकते हैं।
dacoit.
आज यदि कोई
Listen
शैतान
first.
को आक्रमण करे क्या कर सकते हैं?
In the night,
तो
he
जगह
attacked the temple.
चला जाएगा।
So if anyone is up,
द्रौपदी के 5 बेटा
you can protest. But if you're sleeping, you cannot protest.
और वो सब मदन मोहन के आश्रित हैं।
So if you're sleeping, an enemy can come and attack. Just like the sons of Draupadi were killed by Ashwatthama. Similarly, he started attacking the temple, and all of them have taken shelter of Madan Mohan. So Madan Mohan saw that, oh, he's trying to disturb my devotees. So what he did, he started, he took the explosives,
हाँ, तो
he took the explosives,
कितने
and then he started throwing bombs.
कहाँ से आ रहा है ये सब?
In English, it is called cannon.
और जब ये तोप का शब्द
He started using the explosives and started throwing bombs at all those enemies. So the dacoit, he didn't know from where it's all coming from. So when there was this a loud sound of cannon, everyone woke up from the sleep, and everyone was just staying within their house. No one came out. But Lord was fighting. Lord was protecting his devotees, just like in the Mangala of Dwarkadhish. In the Mangala of Jaipur, of Govind Dev, there's so many people. Similarly, in Madan Mohan temple in Mangala, there's so many devotees who come. Everyone was thinking that they haven't seen a cannon. When they woke up in the morning, they went to Mangala Arati. So there was smell of explosives around the temple and also in the deity. Then they got to know, oh, in the night there was this big dacoit. He came, and so the Lord Himself was throwing bombs at them, and then that cannon is still there, and that cannon is still there. So they have protected that cannon.
जो भक्त का था बोल गया लुट के उनको रक्षा किया। एक उदाहरण है मदन में बहुत घटना।
So there were two cannons, and Lord was like putting, injecting the explosives in the cannon, and He was destroying His enemies. So this is a shame. This is the protection. That's the way the Lord protects His devotees.
तो क्या किया? जो पूजा कर उनका
Madan Mohan was a deity of Ashdhatu, made of 8 elements. We can say that it was generally made of gold and was endowed with many wonderful jewels.
वो पैसा दिया बस ठाकुर जी दो।
So the pujari, he ran short of money. So what he did, he gave the deity to a merchant and took some money from the merchant. And later on, the merchant did not give the deity back. So that merchant lost the case when it was filed against him.
लेके आ रहे थे रास्ते
Then
में
Thakurji himself,
शाम को
he became the judge
ठाकुर जी साहब ने
and gave his own judgment. So a deity was given back. So he has to come back walking all the way back to his village. So Thakurji came in the village. He said that merchant has cheated you.
जिसके
He has given you a fake deity. Then the devotee said, "How would I know?"
वही
He said,
तुम्हारा सेवित विग्रह हूँ।
he said, "How would you able to how would I be able to recognize?"
बहुत सारे तो पहचान लो, बोले,
He
ठीक है,
said,
घूम रहे देखते देखा
you
बहुत
know, there would be so many deities, but one of them around which the mosquito,
फिर अब
a fly would
तो
hover around the nose. That would be me.
ये है,
So there were many deities, but then there was one deity around which the fly was hovering around the nose. So he said that I want this one. So Lord Himself gave him that He would try to cheat you by giving you a fake deity, but then I'm giving you an idea by which I would be able to recognize me. So these are the glorification of Sri Thakurji.
सुंदर
And
जगह
that canon,
क्या आया,
if anyone wants to go to see that place, to see the canon,
घी वाला सेट देख के
Shashanandan went. He has had darshan of that canon. Shamasundar has seen. Sham has also seen. Mohan.
Me too.
ग्रंथकार श्रील विश्वनाथ चक्र ठाकुर महोदय जातरुचि साधक के कायिक, वाचिक और मानसिक अनुभव का सहज रूप में समझाने के लिए जातरुचि साधक का चेष्टा का वर्णन कर रहे हैं।
Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur
रुचि उत्पन्न हो गई
is
हो
giving the,
कहते हैं, जात अर्थात जन्म लेना, रुचि अर्थात रुचि, उनको
he's
बोलते हैं
explaining the symptoms of Jataruchi Sadhaka.
चेष्टा।
Those in whose heart a Ruchi has appeared. I'm sorry. Jat Ruchi means taste, and Jat Ruchi means in which Ruchi has manifested. Now he's explaining the symptoms of these Jat Ruchi Sadhaka.
क्या हो, भक्त ये नहीं जान पाता, भक्त काम करते करते
So I tell you something first
भगवान के
before I go into this topic.
से हटकर
एक गिलास गर्म पानी दे दियो.
से प्रविष्ट होके पता ही नहीं चलता है।
So when one has nishtha,
जब आसक्त
then the heart keeps on remembering the Lord constantly. So it gives the example
विषय
that
से
if one has nishtha,
चरण लग जाता है, पता नहीं चलता।
what happens?
देखो इसमें उदाहरण दे रहे हैं, किसी को निष्ठा हो गया हो, निष्ठा होने पर भी क्या होता है, निष्ठा में भजन करते हुए
So
हरिनाम
in the stage of nishtha,
कब उनका चित्त ये मन
he does not even know that how quickly the mind gets absorbed
लीला के चिंतन से
in
हट
the Lord. And then those who do not have attachment,
नहीं
the jiva does not know that his mind is become completely attached.
पता नहीं
So
चलता।
those who are have attained asakti,
रहित
even if they're talking about material world, even while talking material world,
गया हो,
their mind gets again goes back to the lotus feet of Krishna.
जो
So they're not able to
है
ascertain this.
वो
So
विषय
those who have asakti, they are the ones who can know. Otherwise, others cannot figure out.
भगवान में चरण में लग जाता है, उनको समझ नहीं,
What is the definition I've given of nishtha and asakti, the differentiation?
वो समझ सकते हैं और दूसरे लोग समझ नहीं पाते। क्या बोला, निष्ठा और आसक्ति का
All topsy-turvy. What I said, you did not understand. Where was your mind? Sham, you tell.
ये तो पूरा गुड़ गोबर कर दिया।
I'm asking, what did I say?
मन कहाँ था, श्याम बोलो। मैं क्या बोला ये पूछ रहा हूँ।
So I'm telling one more time. One has nishtha. Those who have attained nishtha, chanting Harinam, Thakurji's names, form, qualities, he's remembering the Lord. He's chanting.
संपन्न साधक
So while chanting,
कर रहा है, हरिनाम में
how his mind
नाम है, रूप है,
becomes attached to material world, talks, one does not even know. It goes so quickly. For instance, one is doing anik. For
मन
instance,
ये भजन सदन से निकल
the
कर
mind travels at such a fast pace. You're
ये
doing anik, but then the mind is just marketing somewhere else. So we don't even know. We just keep on cheating. This is
मन चला गया,
nishtha rahit. Those who do not have,
इधर बैठे हुए नाम
those who have nishtha,
एक घंटा
who have, they have this condition.
कौन कौन
Even
मन
in nishtha, mind just runs away so quickly.
न साधक लोग,
However, when asakti happens,
जिनका निष्ठा हो
those who
गया
have asakti attachment,
स्थिति होती है।
they,
निष्ठा में भी
even if they are in the world, in society, they talk about the society things.
तो आसक्ति जिनका है वो किसी
For instance, they're talking about material things.
समाज में रहने पर समाज की बात करनी पड़ती है,
But then their mind, even while talking about material things, comes back to the lotus feet of Krishna so quickly
बात
that
कर रहे हैं लोग,
only
इधर
those who have asakti, they would be able to understand
चरण में
this.
चलता है, दूसरे लोग समझ नहीं पाते,
The sound became less.
जिनकी आसक्ति हुआ हो वही केवल समझ पाएगा। अब समझ में आया? बोलो सचिन बोलो।
की अवस्था में साधक जब श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण के समय उसका चित्त क्या होता है कभी कभी कि वो कृष्ण में न लग करके विषय भोगों में चला जाता है, सर्वस हाँ जागतिक विषय भोगों में चला जाता है। ये तो ये निष्ठा की एक अवस्था है। और आसक्ति की अवस्था में ठीक इसके विपरीत जब साधक कभी सामाजिक लौकिक व्यवहार में भी कभी जागतिक कुछ बातें करता है, उन बातों से भी वह सर्वस कृष्ण की चिंता में जब किसी व्यक्ति का निष्ठा हो गया है तो उन्होंने कब भगवान की चिंतन करते भगवान की विचारों से मन हटकर कब विषय में चले जाते उसको पता नहीं चलता है। जब आसक्ति की अवस्था में विषय विषय लोग के पास बात कर रहे हैं, कृष्ण रहित विषय में बात करते हैं, कब भगवान के चरण में उनको मन लग जाता है, आदत लोग को पता नहीं चलता है। यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि मनुष्य के कृष्ण अवरोधित परित्याग कर कर क्यों ये सब लीला दूसरा जो वार्ता विषय में निमग्न हो रहे हैं, लोकशय पूर्वक वार्ता विषय में निमग्न हो रहे हैं। यहाँ पे लोकशय पूर्वक वार्ता जो है, जैसे आप जो शब्द में चर्चा कर रहे हैं कि लोकशय में ठाकुर जी की जो संबंध है लोकशय में, तो यहाँ पे लोकशय की बात आ रही है। यहाँ पे ये भक्ति पास जो लोकशय है ठाकुर जी संबंधित केवल है कि ये केवल धर्म है।
ये कृष्ण के संबंध में दिखा रहे हैं योगक्षेम।
यहाँ पे एक भक्त जो लोकशय कर रही है, ये जो लोकशय में कृष्ण की संबंधित ही है।
जब भक्त होगा भक्ति कृष्ण के संबंध
So
में
even in the stage of nishtha, the mind just goes at such a rattling pace that one is doing anik, but still the mind goes so quickly.
स्मरण से
Externally, it looks like that we're doing anika,
नहीं पता
but then
कितने देर
the
चल
mind is traveling and doing marketing somewhere else. Even at the stage of nishtha, this happens, but at the stage of asakti, it doesn't.
चलो कोई पता ही
Even one is in the material world, still one's mind is absorbed in
नहीं।
at the lotus feet of Krishna.
हाँ
ये मेरे संग रह जाए तो आदि करते करते
Hmm. Even in a stage of asakti, even if one is talking to a materialistic, but still the mind is absorbed in the lotus feet of the Lord. Even they don't even know. Those who have asakti, they can understand.
सही व्यक्ति
They are the ones who are experiencing this.
हट करके इसमें आ जाता है भगवान के नाम रूप गुण लीला में। कब आता है पता नहीं, जिन लोग का आसक्ति वही समझ सकते, दूसरे लोग समझ नहीं सकते।
What is called jataruchi, in who has attained the position of ruchi, taste. One jataruchi practitioner is saying to another friend, "Hey Sakhe,
में रुचि उत्पन्न
giving up this Krishna name, why are you putting in so much of labor to attain this Vishay, this material things? Why is it that you're getting so much absorbed in attaining these material things and protecting these material things?"
इसलिए
In whatever proportion one attains taste in name,
और उसको
and then
रस
similarly
हो
one
गई
becomes the material objects would become
इस पर
distasteful in the same proportion. The more one gets attached to Krishna's name, the more one gets attached to first is positive,
रुचि होती है
then automatically the negative material things automatically would go away. One does not have to do a special endeavor for that. This is the swabhava of bhakti. This is nature of bhakti. That in the heart of the sadhaka, that even if there is one little bit of effulgence of bhakti appears in the heart, then sadhak himself starts feeling that
स्वाभाविक है
he's so low,
साधक
he's so
भी
humble, he's so meek,
समाप्त
and
कर देता
that's why in that mode they offer their prayers to Krishna, and then and that calling out to the Lord in that mode of humility,
है
then
उसी आज उसी
when anyone has bhakti, they start feeling that they're so low. It is natural, not externally.
उन्नत सोपानंद
That same mood of humility, which is born out of bhakti, then that would make them progress more in spiritual in the spiritual practice.
ये सब
Jat ruchi sadhaka,
वही
jat ruchi sadhaka, they say, alas,
में
they
भेद
uh, they say to their mind that, hey friend, hey mind you, my friend, fie on you.
अपने मन को धिक्कार देके कहते हैं हे सखा
He says, I am so palmer, I am so fallen.
दोस्त तुम्हारे धिक्कार मुझे ही
By the mercy of Shri Guru, I have attained the wealth of bhakti. However,
देखो मैं कितने
this invaluable jewel, I
पाखंड
am
हूँ
just keeping it in a cloth.
मैं गुरुदेव की कृपा से भक्ति महाधन को प्राप्त तो किया
But then I'm not giving respect to this
मानव
great wealth which I have received. By Sri Guru's kripa, I received this wealth of bhakti, but then I did not pay respect to it. But what I did to fill my belly, I kept on running here and there to earn money,
न मिला
and then was engaged in material talks,
तनिक आदर
and
मिला
then I just wasted all my life.
भरण के लिए पेट को भरने के लिए
Even now become old,
के लिए
that
इधर
I have done all kind of sinful activities, even I've become old. So fie on me, what sort of life I have lived. This is the humility prayer sung by those who have attained asakti. You say, alas, alas,
जो अपकर्म नहीं नहीं किया हो
that when I hear Bhagavatam, I feel sleepy. See, at that particular time, if anyone comes,
फिर कह रहे हाय हाय
uh, sleep is contagious. If one is sleeping, then the other person also starts sleeping. So if anyone comes from outside,
तो उस समय कोई
they see that, oh, look at these people.
ये एक संक्रामक है एक
They are sleeping in Harikatha.
रहेगा
This is not right.
हो जाएगा
You see how many times I've slept in Harikatha,
ये लोग कैसे
and then
हैं
I've also brought disgrace to sadhus. People from outside come and they see that the sadhus are sleeping.
ये तो ठीक नहीं मैंने
They have attained ruchi, but then they've also attained asakti. Sorry. So now they're remembering those stages before ruchi. That this is what I used to do.
उनका ऐसे
That how I brought disgrace to the group of sadhus. That I used to sleep and people would come and they would say, oh, people come and say, oh, these people are sleeping in Harikatha. They don't have any other place to sleep. So that's how I brought disgrace to the assembly of sadhus. In this way, Jatruchi Sadhak says that my whole life passed by, but then I have done everything to fill my belly and run here and there to collect money. I
जाति
don't know
जो खेद करता है
for how long, because of my sinful activities, for how long I'll be sent to hell.
नहीं है जिसको
So in this prithvi on this earth,
पता
I
नहीं
am
मुझे दुष्कर्म के फल के लिए कितने साल तक नरक में बस वास करना
so
पड़ेगा
this constant flow of nectar of Srihari.
महापुरुष
By giving up material talks, I'll stay in the association of devotees. When one attains ruchi,
जो
then
गौर के साथ हरि का चरित्र
tasmin मान करताम madhvicharitra.
करते करते ग्राम्य वार्ता को छोड़कर साधु समाज निवास करता है जब किसी को रुचि हो जाता क्या करता है वो महापुरुष के मुख से तस्मिन महान
When ruchi appears, then a lotus harikatha, which is emanating from the lotus mouth of the sadhus, then he's drinking it like a chatak bird.
मोहा अब क्या
And
कर
the sadhak, they drink it just like chatak bird constantly drink
भगवत कथा को
on a, the
जैसे
water of the rain. And then sometimes a Jatrati sadhak becomes completely absorbed in service to the Lord in a temple. And then at every step he attains. But then external people think that that person has gone mad.
उसमें निमग्न हो जाता है.
Those devotees said, devotees glorify them, but then those who don't know about anavidya bhakti, that bhakti which is not obstructed by any obstacles, then those people who don't have the knowledge of this, they say, oh, this person has become mad.
इतना सौभाग्य है.
Vastu anapekshit ruchi, where external factors do not determine. Now, Shri Vishnu Chakravarti is giving the sequence
वैशिष्ट
that
अपेक्षिणी
when the ruchi turns into asakti, and the bhav turns into prema. So in this,
या उसका क्रम
in
का
the shashtam vrishti, in the sixth vrishti,
आ गया है.
the time has
और
up.
ये
Now,
निश्चित बढ़ते
what is nishtha?
एवं प्रेम रूप
Nishtha buddhi purvika means nishtha is driven by intelligence.
षष्टम
By
यही
intelligence,
का यही तक रहे आरती का समय हो
that
गया.
by intelligence one has to form the activities of bhakti, the limbs of bhakti.
निष्ठा
And
पूर्विका बुद्धि पूर्विका बुद्धि पूर्वक हाँ
what is ruchi?
लगा के करना
Two
पड़ता.
types of ruchi: vastu vaishisht apekshani and vastu vaishisht anapekshani. Ruchi is bhajan vishayak, means one has taste in bhajan. Asakti means
दो प्रकार वस्तु वैशिष्ट
it is an addiction.
अपेक्षिणी
In Shravana, Kirtan, and Smarana, one has taste,
है
and
रुचि
after asakti, it turns into a vyasana. So I'll discuss this tomorrow.
और आसक्ति भजनीय विषय अर्थात भजन विषय अर्थात श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण में रुचि आसक्ति होने पर भगवान प्रति चरण में आसक्ति इसके बारे में काल आलोचना करेंगे.
Okay. Any questions? If anyone has any clarifications.
Only if you like, maybe this beginning a little bit to translate.
The beginning. Okay, sure. Let me just go back.
Thank you so much.
We were from Madhurya Kadambani Grantha. After crossing Nishtha, we were discussing about the stage of Ruchi. Ruchi is of two types: Vastu Vaishishta Apekshani, Vastu Vaishishta Anapekshani, where one is dependent on external things and the other is one is not dependent on any external things. Vastu means any object where the external things are of more prominence. For instance, in order to decorate Thakurji, beautiful Shringar is done. Oh, this Thakur is so beautiful, we say. If you put them a simple cloth, it is, oh, he's not that beautiful. So this is called Vastu Vaishishta. One does not have Nishtha in Thakur, one does not have taste. But then they have the taste of when Thakur is beautifully dressed, in ornaments, and is looking so beautiful, then this is called Vastu Vaishishta Apekshani. That any object, one is not dependent on any external decoration of Krishna or any external things to glorify Krishna. For instance, Gurudev would give Krishna, or Krishna is rolling in the dust, but he's still so beautiful. But when he's dancing so beautiful and he's crying so beautiful, every time Krishna is beautiful. In order to increase the beauty of Krishna, no application, no external application is required. No application is required on this body to um, Krishna's beautification does not increase with the these ornaments. Ornaments beauty. Ornaments become beautified. Ornaments become glorious. So, huh? So Vastu Vaishishta Apekshani means when all these external things, we have a picture, a desire that if we do this, then Thakurji would look better. This is like, this is an apeksha. But when there's no apeksha, means when there's no external dependency. So we discussed all that a couple of days ago. Now we talk about Jata Ruchi, the Lakshan, the symptoms of Jata Ruchi Sadhaka. That by giving up the nectar of Krishna's name, one friend is saying to the another, Hey Sakhe, why are you giving up? Why have you given up the taste of nectar of Krishna's holy name, nectar in Krishna's holy name, which one attains very, very difficulty? Just why is it that you have become so absorbent in taking care of your maintenance? Yoga means which one does not have. That what that Lord provides, and shame means which one has, Lord protects it. Yesterday I gave two examples. One is of Madhavendra Puripad, the second example that he did not have anything to eat, but then Krishna himself brought this pot of milk. Krishna said, Ananyashintyam mam yo yajana paripasate tesham spati nanam yogashem bahami aham. Yogashem aham, the one who one pointedly performs bhajan. They do not worship any of the devata, that they're not worshipping any of the devata. That person is yoga and shame. That what he lacks, I give. What he does not have, what he has, I preserve. I carry it on my own shoulders. I gave an example yesterday of Sri Madhavendra Puripad that he did not have any prasad to eat, but Krishna himself brought, carry the pot on his head, the milk pot, and also the example of the South Indian Brahmin Arjun Mishra, that all the ingredients he carried on his shoulders. And also Krishna showed, and the Radharani showed her superiority, that you only bring the ingredients, but then I myself brought, in fact, made sweet rice for Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So Radharani says, you don't know even how to cook, but then I do. So I even go to this extent for my devotees. Protecting his devotees is also comes in yoga. The example of Shem, of Tulsidas, the house of Tulsidas, dacoits came to um, steal. But then Ramji and Lakshmanji, both of them, were around his house and they were guarding his home as a guard. And I also gave the example of Shri Gurudev, that how at the time of Shri Gurudev's job, his duty as police officer, he forgot to go to work to his duty, but Lord himself took the form of Shri Gurudev, and then he did the he marked the attendance. And Sham, there's a place called Vishwapur in West Bengal. There's a very beautiful deity of Madan Mohan. Just like as we in all temples of ours, the deity is made of cement and bricks, but then that deity is made of very special, very just like you have pot which is made of earth. Similarly, very beautiful deity is also carved of that earth. I think I did that, right? Yeah, right. So that was it.
Thank you. Haribol.
Very good.